The green everything movement phenomenon is a little more it's more complicated because it's across all of the consumer products, of course, and it's in some cases it's an attitude. It's regional, obviously different preferences even around the United States. If you went from California to Texas to Miami to New York, you'd see different variations and different interests. And then in the non-automotive products, you have extremely strong interests in a lot of folks around just basics, recycling, and products that people use, where automotive is a tough subject because to move at the kind of speed that everybody would like it to move, again, is both a science challenge and as well as a huge financial challenge for the industry to move that fast and to really match both the expectations, in this case of Washington, and also our customer base. So one of the advantages, back to your earlier questions, of being global, of course, is that we have international operations that are also expecting exactly the same very quick movements to much higher fuel economy, much lower emissions, and carbon and things that are all expectations around the world really demand us to have those technical solutions, not just here in the U.S. market, but everywhere in the globe. So, kind of timely, if we can stick, if this is okay as part of this interview, to literally this week, but as part of a lot of the fuel initiatives that were put in place last year as part of legislation, one of the things that was part of that kind of deal was a loan by the U.S. government to give the auto industry $25 billion to fund, again, a huge amount of the technical research that has to go on to get our vehicles into a kind of fuel economy state that presumably customers expect, as well as the Washington bill makers have mandated that we achieve here in a pretty short order. So we're anxiously awaiting the approval of that bill, and of course caught up in all the rest of this financials that are going on this week makes it even more complicated for Washington to sort through. But it's going to come. I'd say the not so popular, more controversial part of this is consumers in the auto industry are very green until it comes to putting their wallet online. So you have a very dedicated crew, say that and did buy Priuses and bought a lot of them, and buy a small niche of product that's available in that space. On the other hand, in some of our more mainstream products, if you put $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 premium, which it costs us in hardware to add those features to the vehicle, all of a sudden not so interested anymore. So, this is kind of a dark side of the conversation nobody likes to talk about because it's not correct and not politically correct. But the reality is consumers do a serious economic trade-off when it comes down to it, and have varying degrees of green interest when it comes down to moving their wallet.